I ask all my guests the same 3 questions every show, and I'm hoping you guys give me some answers I haven't heard before. So that's the goal. So we'll see how you do. So obviously, you guys both have diverse backgrounds and kind of going into a new business after your first career. So what is some advice that you would give to people? I know you just got rolling in June, but just kind of looking back on these last 6 months or so, what's some advice both of you would give to somebody just getting in the entrepreneurial game?
Don't hesitate. What age are you going to be if you wait? Where will you be in life if you wait and weigh the goods and the bads? I am driven by my passion for life, and maybe that's a bad thing because I don't look at money. I don't look at I just if it's passion, if I'm passionate about it, just go for it. It'll work out.
Yeah, it's splitting hairs, and Frank, I'll jump to you in a second here too, but it might be splitting hairs a little bit, but I always tell people, follow your efforts, because that's what's going to propel you. Wherever you feel like you can work the most in, that's what I would do. So I think that's good advice. Absolutely.
Reasonable goals, huge, because I can see sometimes as we've started this endeavor, Michelle gets a little frustrated because she has a goal of where she wants to be. And a lot of times I have to help reframe that and put that into perspective, just to put it in a positive. You're not going to be making huge, as you start out, you're developing your name, you're putting it out there, you're getting things going. You have to have reasonable goals and expectations, and set those and work to them, because you can't get discouraged because you're not replacing your old income after 1 or 2 months. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
And you have to have a realistic goal and a forced, and not a hard plan, but understanding where you're going with it. And as we work with customers, one of the things I've always said is under promise, over deliver. If I can get it to you in 4 days, and I know I can, I'll be like, I get it in 5. And if I can knock it out in 2, you're even more a happy camper. If 5 is good.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things.
Great advice. Number 2, what are a couple of hobbies, or I guess what's one hobby that each of you have outside of work?
Hiking, because we also have a house in Colorado Springs, and so hiking, just being in the mountains, love it.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm a water skier.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of my...
It's a dangerous game.
I guess maybe if you're barefoot and slalom, so I guess that would be...
See, none of that. See, I'd fallen. I'd take me 2 weeks to, recover. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's cool. Last question, favorite piece of technology. It can be of old, can be new. Favorite piece.
Oh, goodness.
Good question, right?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I'm going to have Frank answer that first.
Smooth.
What, your technology?
Favorite technology? What is it?
I didn't know I used any. Is this where I swear? No.
Yeah.
But
we'll get the mute sound ready.
Yeah, as I look at the whole technology thing, kind of, getting into this and utilizing the laser machines and how they pair up with the computers, and I really find that really interesting to me. Yeah. That's kind of one of those things where, is it the fun part? For her it is, because I get frustrated. If it were just my business, all that stuff would have been a huge paperweight or a coat rack by now with some of the hurdles that we've come up to. But
yeah,
Michelle's very good at focusing and digging into it, so it really helps out. But I really think that as I watch this machinery and all these computers work in sync and kind of develop a really beautiful product, it's pretty cool. So as we get into new stuff like working with resins and the lasers and cutting things out, it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
I found mine.
All right, I'm ready.
So I just learned about this new app, and it has cut my workload in more than half. It's amazing. So when I get a picture, and I used it on yours actually, when I get a picture, I can use my app on my phone, and it takes out the background instantly.
Okay.
As before, I would use the the Photoshop software on my computer, and I would have to hand cut out everything. So
yeah, what's really crazy about that is both Canva and Apple have developed photo background removing tools. So on Apple, you can literally just highlight an object and drag it and move it over.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Photoshop, but as long as you have clear lines, you're good to go. And Canvas is fantastic. It's as good as the Photoshop one. It's crazy.